welcome to Retro for You. Today, news-wise, this Saturday I'm going to the Retro Expo in Blackpool. There I'm going to be meeting Steve again from 8-Bit Retro Refix, and we'll be doing some filming. I've got like this little thing you hold, what was it called, a gimbal, so I'll be taking my gimbal around and doing some filming shots, etc. So if I buy anything there as well, I'll throw a video together this weekend, hopefully out Monday, Tuesday night, and I'll put that out as a bonus video. So hopefully I might see some of you guys there. If you do, I'm wearing this t-shirt, give me a shout and say hello. Okay, on today's video we're going to be working on the rare Commodore machine. I mentioned this last week, it was at the end of the video, that we've got this rare machine. It's not a CD32 and unfortunately it's not an Amiga A4000, but it's something else that is very rare, something that I thought I wouldn't actually get my hands on. I mean, I would like to own one of these myself, but unfortunately it's in for repair, but I still get the enjoyment of repairing this machine and restoring it and showing it to you guys as well, because there's not many of these left out there. I mean, I did see them out in the wild when they first came out in Comet and Dixon's, etc. So I'm not going to tell you what the machine is. I'm going to show you a short video now that I filmed of the machine when I got it. Okay, so that's it, the CDTV. That was a strange machine by all means. I mean, it was combined a CD player with an Amiga 500 basically in one box that looked like a Pioneer stereo system. Do you know, we used to get your separates with your amplifier, your tape decks, etc. So it fit in there very nicely. And of course, it was a bit before the time. It didn't really catch on. I think the same time Philips had the CDI out as well, which was a compact disc interactive. Quote me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't until after then, a few years later, that PlayStation came around, etc., and people were ready then for compact disc games. Unfortunately, it was a bit before the time, and obviously due to the price, etc., it never really caught on, which means there's not so many of them around. So after the short intro now, we'll carry on with this machine and we'll have a look inside and see what we find. Hello, so welcome to the CDTV. This is something I didn't think we'd see on this channel, but we have this one in for repair and let's see if we can get it repaired. Now I have tried to apply power to this and all that happens is the LCD lights up with the clock and then basically you hit the power and boom, it's dead. There is some rumours that this was used as a table, so what we find inside could be good, could be bad. So let's crack on with this and get this top off. So you ready for the big reveal? Here we go. Looks clean up to now. Cleaner. Oh, what's that? Oh wow. Well, there you go. You can see where the vents have been. There's quite a build-up of debris. And also by the looks of it, something else. There looks like a huge amount of wax here. And it's gone over the 6800 CPU. and under the two ROM chips here. It's actually, see, it's flowed under the sockets, and obviously there's a huge amount of dust from build up over the years. So obviously it looks like it's been used as a table with candles on top, and the candle has flowed down inside and slowly into the actual board and onto the board. So first things first, we're going to strip this board out here, and we are going to clean it all off and clean the wax off. Then we shall proceed to recap all these capacitors. First protocol, I'd say. Obviously we'll pull this CPU probably and clean the sockets and the ROM as well, and clean up under there. Get some contact cleaner on. Poor old Agnes is there under all this dust. I think it's Agnes anyway. So I'll just give you a run over the board. I'll just give you like a video shot running over the board so you can see what it's like before we proceed to take this away. Okay, first thing I've noticed as well is there are two connectors here which are both 2 pins and both have the same colour. So I'm going to have to mark this up with a piece of tape so we know which one goes where. So that is both of those removed. There's also an audio cable here. This looks like the ones off the old CD-ROMs. Now these connectors here, I know these connectors because we have these on electronic keyboards. The nick to get these out is you basically push them down and then pull them. Let me see if I can get that in a better view for you to see on the other camera. So what we're going to do is to take these cables out here. Now I know what these are like because basically I worked on keyboards, so these keyboards have similar ones in the Yamahas. So to get these out, I've seen people wedging screwdrivers in, which is wrong. Do not do that. All you got to do is to press down on this here and pull out. It's as simple as that. Pull out, and just be careful of these little connectors because they are very tiny and do tend to break. Pull out again. So there you go, you can see now it came out very easy indeed. So all you got to do is press them down. See how they move? Like so. So on with the other adapters, connectors now. We have like it looks like an IDE port here. Like an IDE, but it's not an IDE obviously, but we'll unplug that. Off it comes. We also have a bunch of connectors down this side. So we've got this one here, this next one, these little ones here as well. Also in the middle of these two here. Which have been a bit stiff to get out. So that's all done. And then finally, you just make it out here. So now we need to remove the mainboard screws. So let's get those removed. I also forgot an adapter here, which is like another ID, which I presume is the optical drive. So now we've done that, what we need to do is just flick it on its side like this, and we have to move the modulator, which basically is on an expansion port on the main board. Let's take this cover off as well, because we want to give everything a good clean. So basically this pulls out like so, and there you have it. Like I said, it's a nice little modulator on an expansion board, and it's kept here by these gold pins here through a socket on the board. So now next, I'd say we have to move these standoffs. So now all these standoffs are removed. What I will point out while we're on the back is these here, MIDI ports. Now you don't usually see these on a Commodore machine. These were always on the Ataris, but for some reason they thought it was a good idea, obviously to make it more multimedia, to put these ports on. Shame this machine didn't catch on, it was ahead of its time, to be honest. So hopefully now we can remove this main board. I'm hoping it's all loose. So we'll gently lift it, taking care of all these cables. So there you go, the main board is now free. So we can, like I explained before, these here are the expansion ports. You see them, one's for serial, one's for the modulator. The board itself underneath looks very clean, no corrosion, which is excellent. Obviously the issue will be around here. We need to get this all cleaned off, and of course get the board recapped. So we'll move this out the way, as we don't need this at the moment, and place the board down here. So as you can see, it's a very dirty board, but we don't mind things like this, do we? First things first, we'll get the brush and we'll give it a brush off. See what we can find, underneath. Now it's all coming off slowly, bits of wax as well coming off. You can see the difference already. I mean, look at that. Now how to tackle this wax? I'm hoping I can just peel it off. I don't want to really go heating it up, so maybe I can't just peel it off. I've got a hook here, but I don't really want to damage anything. Just try to see what the hook does. Oh, there you go. Well, that does actually lift it fine. So here we're lifting the wax up. Just gonna pull it in like this and then lift until we get the majority. Look at that. That was satisfying. A big lob came off. So we'll go around here. Another piece off. There's around the CPU now. I think it's basically got everywhere. So it is coming off. It's down this resistor bridge now on this potentiometer, and there's also a cap under here as well. It's like archaeology. It's like I keep finding resistors and other components under this. There's a diode here, and it is literally archaeology, like I say. So I'm gonna just get the bit behind the CPU here. There's actually some on the CPU here. Poor 6800. But I am able to pick it off, which is good. This socket here is actually encased underneath, so what I'm gonna do, just gonna brush this bits of wax out. You can see already we're starting to recover this main board, which is good. There doesn't seem to be much damage, if any, done by it, but obviously it's something that's got bloody wax everywhere. So I'm just gonna carry on removing all this wax. What I don't want to do is to scrape the main board, obviously, so I'm going very careful with this. It's already looking a lot better. I think basically we're going to have to pull these two chips here because they ain't gonna go. So I'll get my chip puller to get to the wax underneath. There's one. Wax. Two. So you can see underneath how far the actual wax went. I didn't want to remove these sockets if I can help it, so let's just see if we can get this wax out. Problem with the other side is it's basically filled this side. Made it perfect. It's coming eventually. Push it from that side. And then push it all out. That's why candles and Commodores don't mix, guys. So don't use a CDTV as a table for candles. It's not good. So that's the majority of the wax off. I think I will end up pulling the CPU and giving it a clean off. But for now, I'm going to end this video here. And the next couple of days I'm going to start recapping this book. But we made some progress today, which is good, and I shall see you next video on Retro for You. Cheers guys, bye.